begin.
All right, thank you so much, Rajan sir. And hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you from the Olympiad Success family. So a warm welcome to all the parents and students. So students, as you know, we had already discussed, we are here for a demo interaction program for grade 4 science. And so what do you like the most about science subject? Or you don't like science at all? Is there anybody who does not like science? And if you like, just let me know the topic. Arush says he's in grade 3. Okay, Arush, no worries. Arush, what you can do, like if you would want, you can attend this session. Otherwise, there is a link which has been shared by Rajan sir. So if you check that, in that there is all batch details link, wherein you can go and check the details about your grade. Okay. All right. Okay, he has shared, Rajan sir has shared the link. Okay, so if you go on this link, click on your respective grade and you can see the details about all the upcoming and ongoing batches. Krisha says to know facts about animals. Nice. And what about others? Anybody else? Universe. Okay. And anything else? All right. So thank you so much for answering this question. Plants, Aditya says plants. Okay. So kids, like I am sure like you would have heard about Olympiad success somewhere or the other, even though if you're attending the session for the first time. Okay, Hanika says we learn to take care of our world. Absolutely. Divya says space. Okay. So kids, like Olympiad success has been into live teaching for many years now, and our main focus is on the conceptual understanding, because concepts, these are the foundation of, like anything you do. So if your concepts are clear, you can do anything, right? So you can clear any examination and it would be very easy for you to answer any question. Okay, so this is what our main focus is in the classes, in these live classes, where we focus on the concepts clarity and of course your learning as well. Okay, so I'll just brief you about the course of this demo session, interaction session. So first of all, there would be an introduction by your mentor, Priyanka ma'am. After that, there would be a short presentation about this course by Rajan sir. Post that, I will be taking you through the tour of the platform. Post that, we would be having a short question and answer round. Okay, so if you have any doubts, queries, you can put it up in the chat section and we would be happy to answer all your queries. Post the question and answer round, we will be starting with the demo session for which we all are here. All right. Okay, thank you. So now over to Priyanka ma'am for a brief introduction about herself. So Priyanka ma'am, she has been with Olympiad Success family for a long time now, and she's a wonderful teacher, and I'm sure like you're going to love her teaching style and you're going to enjoy her classes. So Priyanka ma'am, why don't you provide a brief introduction about yourself to the students?
Thank you so much, Aarti ma'am. Hello, everyone. Hope you're excited for today's demo class. I'm very excited to interact with all of you. Okay, so as you know that you cannot speak, right? But you can write something, whatever you want in the chat box. Okay, so yes, as I am introduced already by Aarti ma'am. So I am Priyanka. I have total 8 years of teaching experience and I've been associated with Olympiad Success since long. And I've taken different batches and it's been a very wonderful experience with them. So I hope it's going to be, more good experience with all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am. I'm sure it would be a great learning experience for all the kids and they are going to enjoy. So kids, just hold on for a few more minutes and then Priyanka ma'am would be giving her demo session. Okay. So now over to you, Rajan sir, for a brief presentation.
Sure, ma'am. Let me share my screen. So welcome students. Welcome to the Dimension program for class 4 science. Let me tell you about us first, about Olympiad Success. So Olympiad Success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. We have Olympiad live classes and we also have School Plus program. So in School Plus program, we offer 8 courses that are mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken, written, both Vedic maths as well as coding. What else? We also offer one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGSE, and IB classes for grades 2 to 12, and one-on-one preparation classes for International Mathematics Olympiad like SESMO, CMO, HKMO, TIMO, MathCount, US Math Competition, Math Kangaroo, and PRMO. Now meet the rank holder for session 20 to 23 and 21-22. So many students in Olympiad Success got international ranks in various Olympiad exams. Okay. Now students, about this course. So there will be around 20 students in the class and the classes will be conducted on Zoom platform. So there will be 3 sessions per week. The days will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the class timing will be 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. The session include mix of theory, practice question, doubt session, and we will also discuss previous year paper. Students, you will get reading material and practice question, which will be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. And with this course, you will also get the access to the Olympiad Success platform for topic-wise mock test for science as well as for logical learning. Okay. Syllabus link I will share in the chat box. The fees for this course is 8,925 and there will be 40 sessions in this course. Payment link I will share in the chat box. The fees include online classes, daily reading notes and exercises, practice of previous year paper. And like I said, you will also get access to the Success platform for science as well as for logical reasoning, topic-wise mock test. Okay. To join this course, what you need a laptop with good internet speed and laptop or desktop with camera, as we don't allow students without videos in the classes. So you need to on your videos and definitely headphone. Students, as you know, like preparation for Olympiad exam is tougher than regular school curriculum. And student will be required to spend 2 hours every day to cope up with the curriculum, and parent support will be needed to check answers and retrieve concepts, etc. So students, live classes for this course, we are going to start from 10th May. And currently we have students from 35 plus countries and we are catering in 3,800 schools. So this is about this course, students. Now Aarti ma'am will give you a tour of Olympiad Success dashboard. After that, if you have any doubt or query, we will take that. Okay. So over to you, Aarti ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rajan sir. Now let me quickly share my screen. So students, what you are going to do, like how do you access the material as mentioned by Rajan sir? So what you have to do is you have to go to this website, olympiadsuccess.com and /login, okay, and enter your credentials. So once you enroll for this program, this course, you would be getting your credentials. Just enter those credentials, click on the sign in button, and you would be redirected to the profile page. Make sure to complete your profile and then only you can move to the other section on your dashboard. So first thing over here is live classes. Okay, so this is important for you. Under the subject section, you can find all the subjects for which you have enrolled. So right now we have enrolled for Science Olympiad. Let's click on this and all the topics content would be displayed. So let us say I select animals. Okay, so here the reading material, practice question and answer keys for the animals topic would be there. So if I click on, let's say the topic, the reading material in the form of PDF will open up. You can study from here. Similarly, there would be practice questions related to animals, this particular topic. You can practice from these questions, mark down your answers, and then finally compare your answers with the answer key given here. Okay. Now, the next thing is the schedule part. So if you click on the view schedule button, you can see the entire schedule, okay, session wise, you can see. So what would be covered in session 1, session 2, session 3, so on and so forth. So if you notice, like after every topic or two, you would be given a test, okay. So there would be a test so that we ensure that you are on the same level as your mentor, like you know whatever she has taught, and that's the reason we would be taking tests after every topic or two. All right. Then as you notice, like the last few classes are the super classes. So basically in these classes, we would be taking up the practice questions. So basically these would be the previous year papers we would be solving, and we would be solving your doubts as well. So although in the regular classes also, your doubts would be solved, but then in case if you have any during the end of this course, you can certainly ask your mentor. Then we have the holiday calendar wherein you can check the details about the upcoming holidays, and on those days the classes will not be held. Finally, Zoom meeting ID and password. On this, you can find your meeting ID and password using which you can log into these live classes. Now, I've gone to the worksheets tab wherein you have to click on science to get your science worksheets. Okay, so these are topic wise worksheets. So for animals, I see there are 5 worksheets. Clothing, there are again 5. So the in each of these worksheets there are 25 questions, and these are in the form of examination. You have to take the exam, and then you can finally check your answer keys by going to this section, clicking on the view button, and your answer keys would be displayed. So that is all about the platform. And now if you have any doubts, queries, we can take up one by one.
So students, do anyone have any query or doubt? You can post in the chat box. You can write no also if you don't have any query. Okay, Abhik. Okay. Okay, let me ask some questions then. And in case if you have any query, you can post that. Okay, in the meantime. So can you tell me the days on which we're having the classes? Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Abhik, any other answer? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 3 days. Okay. Now you need to write the days on which we're having the classes. No, Anika, we have classes 3 days in a week, not 2 days. So Sara actually answered correct. We having classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, we have classes 3 days in a week. Okay, can you tell me time also? Time for the classes? Eight to nine is not correct. 8 to 9:15, yes, correct. Is it AM or PM? You need to mention that also. PM, correct, correct. We have classes from 8 to 9:15 PM. Okay, so students, do anyone have any doubt or query? Like, shall we start with the session? No? We'll start. Okay. Okay, Artyom, I think we can start with the session then.
Yes, absolutely. So Priyanka ma'am, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Everyone, any guess which topic I'm going to take today? Any guesses for the topic? Yes? Divya, Abhik, Bhumik. And let me give you a hint. That topic is already written by, somebody. Okay, Krishna, plant. What about others? Animal, Abhik, Sara, Abhik. Okay, animal. What else? Hansika. Animals, fine. So there are more words for animals. Satvi, plants, Krisha, animal. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, but let me tell you, today we are going to discuss about plant. Okay. Another question. Yes. You feel science is a
Priyanka?
very interesting topic? Yes, sir.
Actually, your internet, I think, is breaking in between. You got
Oh.
disconnected.
One second. It's fine now? Am I
Yes, now it's fine.
audible, sir? Okay.
Ma'am, you're audible, but in between, I think it got stuck.
Yeah. I'll just.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Ma'am, I think it's again
Wherein
like,
we can, correlate the things with our body, with our surrounding.
ma'am, I think again it's got disconnected. Can you rejoin again? Maybe then it will work. You can try rejoin once.
Okay. Am I clear? My voice is clear now, sir? Can you hear me? Okay. Fine, sir.
Yeah, Priyanka ma'am. I think so Rajan sir is in mute.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me start with my topic today without wasting any further time. So as I told you, today we are going to discuss about plants. Okay, fine. So it's going to be, very interactive class. So I want you people to write all the answers, whichever the question I will ask in the chat box. Am I clear, everyone? Okay. Can you tell me something about plants? What are plants? Do we need plants? Can we survive without plants? Yes, we need. Okay. Aditya says no. Okay. Aditya, do you think we don't need plants? Sarah, yes, correct answer. Yes, we need plants. Directly or indirectly, we are dependent on plants for our many requirements. Don't you think? Okay, Aditya, we need plants. Krisha says, yes, Bhomik says we need plants. That is correct. Hanika says they give us oxygen. Yes, that is correct. Plants are living things. That is also correct. Sarah says, we cannot survive without plants as they give us oxygen. Yeah, very good. Correct answers, all of you. Yes, you know that plants give us oxygen, and without oxygen, we cannot survive, right? So plants provide us very basic thing for our survival, right? So we are dependent on plants. And in some other way, plants are also dependent on us, right? So when you say we need plants for oxygen, so you know now that we give out carbon dioxides, right? And yes, Abhi, correct, that carbon dioxide will be taken by plants for the photosynthesis process. So right now we can say na that we are taking something from the plants and where we are giving out something to the plants. Yes, Bhomik and Hanika, we also get food from the plants. Very good, all of you. Okay, so this is how we are dependent on plants, and plants are also dependent on us. So it's a vice versa relationship, right? It's a mutual relationship where both the things are getting benefit from one another. Yes, they give us oxygen back. Yeah, so we are giving something to the plants and plants are giving something to us, right? Okay. So in today's session, we will be discussing about what are the different parts of the plant, and we are going to discuss about the structure of the plant and then the function about different parts of the plant. And then there are few processes, few special processes which are carried out by different parts of the plant. So all of those things we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, so as you know, in today's class you can only write. Okay, you can only write in the chat box, you cannot speak. So I want you people to continuously write so that our session should be interactive. Okay, in case you are not able to understand anything, please write in the chat box. I will explain the topic again. Fine. Okay, so you can see there is a diagram of the plants, right, where you can see different parts of a plant. Okay, so I will pinpoint that part and I want you people to tell me that what is that part. Okay, what is this part of the plant known as? Correct, you have written correct, all of you. This is known as root. Fine. Then what about this part? What about this part? Very good. This part is known as shoot. Okay, right? So the underground part is known as root system, and the part which is on the ground, that part is known as shoot system, right? Fine. Now, what are there on the shoot system? What is this part known as? Leaf. Very good. This part is known as leaf. Fine. What about this part? Very good. Flower. Very good. Fine. So here you can see the detailed picture of the different parts of the plant. Okay. So as we have discussed, this part is known as root system which is below the ground, underground, as the name suggests, right? And then the part which is above the ground, that part is known as shoot system. And you can see in the diagram, there are different parts in the shoot system, right? This long, thin structure, which you can see in all the plants, this is known as stem. This is known as stem, right? Then we have many leaf on the plants. So these are leaf. Wide part of the leaf, what is that called as? Anyone can answer? Wide part of the leaf. Wide part of the leaf. Yes, Abhik, very good. That is known as blade, right? So that, for example, this is leaf. So this part, this whole wide part, it is known as blade. Okay, we are going to discuss more in detail about leaf in our next session. Okay, then okay, what is this part known as, where you can see the different branches are coming out, and from those branches leaf is attached? What is that part known as? On the stem there are different branches, you can see, right? These points from where different branches are coming out. I'm asking about that part. What is that part known as? Yes, Abhi, correct answer. Node. That part is known as node. Okay, so from that node different branches come out, and on those branches there are leaf attached to it, right? Yes, Hanika, you have written correct. They breathe through stomata. Yes. Now on the leaf there are pore-like structure. Okay, there are pore-like structure present, which is known as stomata, and with the help of stomata gaseous exchange takes place. What do you mean by gaseous exchange? As we have discussed, plants need carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. So that process takes place through stomata. Okay, any doubt so far? If no, then I'll move to the other part where we are going to discuss about root, shoot, and leaf. And then we'll have few question answer at the end. Great, Sarah. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about roots. So what is root known as? Is there any name given to the root? What is the function of the root? What is the function of the root? To take water and minerals, to absorb water. Yes, Abhik, Sara, correct answer. As underground part of the plant, okay, that grow towards the force of gravity. You know, right? Gravity is downwards, right? And root grows down. That is why we say it as underground part of the plant, isn't it? Yes, that is also true. They help to keep the plant straight. Yes, true. Yes, Krisha, that is also correct. They help to absorb water. And so also there are different types of roots which are present. So our roots are categorized into two main parts, two main roots. What are those roots? Taproot and fibrous root. Have you ever heard about them? Taproot and fibrous root. Have you heard about taproot and fibrous root? Okay, very good. Can you tell me what do you mean by taproot or fibrous root or in them? Yes, Hanika, that is correct. The main function of the roots to absorb the food from the ground. No, not food, beta, water. Water from the ground, water and minerals. Abhik, yeah, very good, correct. Taproot has main root. Yes, correct answer. Taproot has a main root. Yeah, you can see here in this diagram also. This is taproot, okay? And there is a one big main root is there. That is known as primary root. On that primary root, there are different branches are there. You can see different branches are coming out. All these branches are called as secondary branches or secondary root. Again, on secondary root, you can see there are different branches. Those are known as tertiary roots, so on. Okay. So the main difference between the taproot and the fibrous root is that taproot has one main root. On that, there are different roots attached to it. Okay. So taproot consists of one main long, thick root growing downwards. Okay. Growing downwards, from which many thinner roots develop. Thinner roots, thin roots, right? Which is known as secondary roots. Am I clear? Any doubt? Yes, Bhomik and Nabik, correct, beta? That fibrous root has many small roots. Okay, so basically that comes like, branches of root coming from one point. They don't have any main root as the taproot has. Okay, and taproot goes deep into the soil for searching for what is the function of root. Why they are going deep into the ground for searching what? What they need to search? What they need to absorb? Minerals and water. Yes, right. Okay, so taproot, they goes deep into the soil for searching water and minerals. Okay, so there are many examples of the plants which contain taproot, like rose, ladyfinger, beans, neem, peepal tree, right? Okay, Hanika, you can see fibrous root, but you cannot see taproot. Reddish, yes, good example. Very good, Abhik. Yes, next is about the fibrous root. So you can see here, there is no main root. Just that many thin branches of root are coming out from one point of the stem, right? So in case of fibrous root, there is no main root. In case of fibrous root, there is no main root. It consists of, small sized roots which are arise from stem. So this is stem. And from the stem, many thin roots are arising. Okay. And all these roots grow downward and outward from the stem. and fibrous root does go very deep in the soil. They also go very deep in the soil. And yes, correct, Abhik. Example is like grasses, wheat, rice, palm. So these are example of fibrous roots. Okay, Onion, Abhik, correct. Very good. So any doubt? I hope the difference is clear to both of you between taproot and fibrous root. Okay, you can see this diagram also. Taproot and fibrous root. Okay, so in the case of taproot, you can see there is a one big main root, long thick main root, and then on that different secondary roots are coming out. But in the case of fibrous root, from the stem, from this part of the stem, branches of root are coming out in a bundle. There are many thin roots which are coming out. And if you compare that which root go deep into the soil, can you tell me which root, fibrous root or taproot, which go deep into the soil in order to search for water? Taproot, yes, Abhik, yes, Arush. No, Noha, no, not the fibrous root, it's the taproot, which definitely fibrous root also go deep. But if you compare between the taproot and the fibrous root, then definitely taproot are able to push deep into the soil to search for the water. Okay, and yes, carrot is the example for the taproot, and grasses are the example for the fibrous root. Okay, any doubt? If no doubt, then we can move to the other part of the slide. Next part of the topic. Okay, fine, good. Okay, now we will discuss about the functions. Okay, about the functions of the root. Okay, now please tell me about the function of the root. What are the different functions of the root? What are the functions of roots? What are the functions of root? Okay, they absorb water and minerals. Yes, this we have discussed already. The main function of the root to absorb water and minerals. Get one kar do. To absorb water and minerals. Fine? Okay. What about others? Any other function of? Yes, Bhomik, correct, that they absorb water and minerals. Yes. Apart from that, any other function that is performed by the roots? Any other function that is performed by the roots? Acha, do you think that we eat them? Yeah, correct. I was about to say that as a food source also it is used, right? They hold the soil tightly, a bit very, very good. Yes, that is basically called as anchoring. Okay, so they provide anchorage to the plants so that plants can stand properly. Okay, so yes, the main function is anchoring and the other main function is absorption. So these are the two main functions. Definitely it performs other function also. As you said that they give us food. Yes, so you must have seen that in some of the cases that we are eating root as a food. Can you tell me any example? Carrot, very good. Yeah, very good. Carrot. Okay, so carrot, radish, they store food. They store food since and we eat them. Beetroot, very good. Okay. What about soil erosion? Do you think something related to soil erosion? Soil erosion. Yes. Do you think it has something to do with soil erosion? They remove topsoil. Okay. What if there will be wind and what if there is wind and there are no plants? What will happen to the soil? Yes, no, correct. They keep soil from being washed away. Okay, so roots prevent soil erosion. Yes, Abhik, it will fly. Soil will fly. If there are no plants and if wind is coming, so soil will fly, right? It will move away. But if there are plants, as we have discussed, that roots provide anchorage to the plant, right? And roots bind the soil. Otherwise, if there are no roots or if there are no plants in the soil, so if there will be wind or there will be water, it will be washed away or it will be blown away. They will hold the soil so that they don't move or they don't blown away by the wind, or they do not wash away by the water. Am I clear? Okay. So they help in conservation of the soil. They prevent soil erosion. So what is soil conservation? To conserve the soil, right? And what is soil erosion? To erode the soil, so soil erosion should not happen. So if there are plants, so they will prevent soil erosion and help in soil conservation. So that is also the function of the roots. Okay. Okay. What about aerial roots? Have you ever heard about aerial roots, which are also known as pneumatophores? You can see here, pneumatophores, also known as breathing roots. Have you ever heard about them? Have you ever heard about this term, breathing roots? And you can also see this picture in the diagram. You must have observed this picture in your nearby vicinity. Have you ever observed these type of plants which have different roots to breathe? Yes, okay. Okay, so, marshy area where, muddy water is there. So in those cases, plants do not get sufficient oxygen. Okay, their stem do not get sufficient oxygen for the respiration process. So in those cases, they have pneumatophores, which is also known as breathing roots. Okay, so their roots grow out of the soil. We know that generally roots are underground, but in this case, you can see roots are above the ground. Okay, why these roots are above the ground? Because these plants, mangrove plants, they grow in marshy area where is where a lot of water is there, but due to that excess amount of water, they don't have air spaces. So they are not able to get enough oxygen, which is required for the respiration process. Okay. So for that reason, their roots grow out of the soil so that they can get oxygen or air from the atmosphere. Got it? Yes, root like mangroves follow this process, or they have this pneumatophores. Okay. Then we have other types of roots also. And there are few modification of the roots also. Who need carbon, Abhik? Abhik, I can see you have written that, ma'am, I thought they need carbon. Mangroves, no, beta, they need oxygen for their respiration process. Every living organism on the earth need oxygen for their respiration process. Okay. Respiration process, respiration process wherein the oxidation of the food takes place in order to give out or release energy. Right? Now you all are sitting in front of the camera and you're listening to me. And I can also see that some of you are writing some points in their notebook. So do you think all this process need energy? Do you think all these processes need energy? Yes, Hanika, you need energy for this process, right? How did you get the energy? You had the food in the afternoon, and also you must have something as snacks in your evening also. So from that food, you must have received energy, and you are utilizing that energy to do all this work. Okay. Yes, Abhik, that is also true, that they take oxygen in the night, but that is something related to photosynthesis process. Okay, yes, that is true. During the day, plants do more photosynthesis process, but definitely they do respiration process also. But during the night, they don't do photosynthesis process. They only do respiration process. So that concept is something related to that process. Okay. After that, we do have adventitious route. Have you ever heard about this term, adventitious route? Can anyone tell me the meaning of the adventitious route? Adventitious routes. What do you mean by adventitious route? Prop route, okay? Stilt route, they are example of adventitious route, which are not in soil. Okay, support route, fine. We can say, what else? Have you ever heard about radicle? Okay, Abhik, no problem. I will explain. Radicle and plumule. You must have studied in grade 3rd in the germination of plants. Radicle and plumule, baby root, baby shoot. Hana? Yeah, they are root that come from other places other than radicle. Very good, Noah. That is very correct answer. Okay, so plumule is basically known as baby shoot. From that, the shoot or the stem system comes out. And radicle is known as baby root. From that, roots comes out. Okay, but adventitious roots are those roots or are plant roots that form from any non-root tissues. Okay, non-root tissues. They form from non-root tissues. Okay, so you can see here in this case, they are coming from the stem, right? So this is aerial roots. You can see that these are prop roots. Prop roots basically should come from baby roots, but they are coming from shoot, stem. Okay, so okay, Abhik, let me tell you once again. See, radicle, that is known as baby root. Okay, radicle, that is known as baby root. Baby root means that part of the plant will grow into root. Then we have plumule. Plumule means baby shoot. Okay, from that shoot comes out. Fine. So that we have our root system and shoot system. But there are few roots like adventitious root which come from other places than the baby root. They are not arising from baby root. They are arising from some other parts of the plant. Like you can see in this diagram, this is aerial roots or adventitious root. This root, this is not arising from baby root or radicle. They are coming out from the stem. Am I clear, Abhik? Or all of you? Any doubt? Great. Okay. So you can see few examples here. So potato. Okay, like so plants, they come out from the stem cuttings. Yeah, correct. Fine. Yeah. So stilt roots, you must have seen sugar cane, right? In that case, this part is known as stilt root. That comes from the node of the plant. Right? Next part that we're going to discuss is stem system. Can anyone tell me about what is the function of the stem? Yes, tell me. Stem. And what are the different things that we discuss in stem? They give support. Yes, Abhi, correct. Conduct water and minerals from the root to the other parts of the plant. Okay, fine. Correct. Okay, what about shoot system? We know now that it is the aerial part. Okay, this part is above the ground, right? And also, you must have seen that, on this part, there are different parts are attached. Like we discussed that it has leaves, flowers, branches, buds, right? Stem works like a lift. Okay. So stem that supports the upper part of the plants, and stem carries the water and nutrients to different parts of the plant, from the roots to the leaf. Okay. So then what about, have you ever heard about these terms? Trees, herbs, shrubs, creepers, climbers. Hana? This you already studied, right? So what are the very, very small plants out of all of them? Very, very small plants. Herbs. Yes, Hanika, correct. After herbs, we have shrubs. Okay. Then comes our, yes, no, correct answer. Trees. Very good. Creepers and climbers. Can anyone tell me about creepers and climbers? You must have seen, and then now it's a summer, right? So you must be eating watermelon, isn't it? Can anyone tell me watermelon is example of creepers or climbers? Yes, a big correct answer. That the climbers, yes, very good. Okay, very good answers. Fine. So creepers are the plants which cannot climb up, since they have very, very weak stem. Okay, their stem is very weak, so they cannot climb up. So rather they grow along the ground. Those are creepers. So pumpkin and watermelon, these are examples of creepers, because they have very heavy fruits. Watermelon, its weight is very heavy. So, and we know that these are the plants, they have very, very weak stem, so they don't climb up. And the other example is money plant, which is climber. Yes, Hanika, correct answer. Money plant is an example of climber. Okay, it must be there in many of your house, right? And you must have seen that they need the support of the stick. Again, their stem is very weak, but they climb up with the help of stick. Okay, they climb up with the help of stick, and then they grow. Yeah, they need support. They need some support. Okay, now quickly tell me about the functions of the stem. What are the different functions of stem, or what are the roles of the stem, do you think? Roles of the stem. Anyone? Yes, that is true. It provides support to the different parts of the plants, like leaf, flowers, and fruits. They carry water from the roots to other parts of the plant. That is also true. So basically, it acts as a transporting system. Fine. And also they store nutrients. Okay. Chalo. Move to the next part, that is leaf. Yes. Can anyone tell me what are leaves known as? What are leaves known as? Anyone? What are leaves known as? It is already written on my kitchen of the plant. Yes, very good. Why it is known as kitchen of the plant? Why? It make food. Yes, okay, correct. So we know that the food factory, yes, Divya, correct answer. They are also known as food factories of the plant, because they prepare food for the plants. Okay. Okay, what about cactus? Do you think cactus have leaves? Have you seen leaves in the cactus? No, right? Okay. So in such cases, how the food is prepared? Which part of the plant is responsible for preparing of the food? Stem. Yeah, very good. No, correct answer. Yeah, thorn, because their roots has been modified in thorns. Okay, yes, Arush, correct answer. So in cactus like plants, they have stem, modified stem, which is responsible for the formation of food. Okay. Okay, and also another point, the plant, the leaf has one pigment. Due to that, our plants looks green in color. Can you tell me that pigment? What is the name of the pigment? Yes, Krisha, I could see that you raised your hand. Can you please write down in the chat box? Chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast. Fine, no hope, but that is not the specific answer. Chlorophyll, Krisha. Yes, correct answer. Okay, so chlorophyll is a pigment which is present in the chloroplast. Okay, so leaf, they appear green in color due to this pigment that is present in the leaf. Okay, and what is the main function of the chlorophyll? Can anyone tell me what is the main function of the chlorophyll? What is the function of the chlorophyll? It gives green color, that is true. Apart from that, any other function that is performed by the chlorophyll? To trap the sunlight. Okay, because plants leaf has to perform a process which is known as photosynthesis. Yes, photosynthesis is a process by which plants prepare their own food. So for that, they need chlorophyll. And why do they need chlorophyll? Because chlorophyll traps the sunlight, and that sunlight is converted into food. Fine. Not only it requires other raw materials also that also we will discuss. Okay, and also you must have seen some plants don't have green leaves, like croton plants. Have you ever heard about croton plants? Okay, fine, no problem. Their leaf is not green. Their leaf is somewhat red in color. Okay, so they have some other pigment along with chlorophyll. Yes, no, correct answer. Xanthophyll, or there are other pigments present in the plants which are responsible for providing different colors to the plants other than green color. Okay, then what about mushroom? Mushroom is a plant that do not have chlorophyll. Make their own food. That is why you must have heard about saprophytes, saprotrophs. Have you heard about saprotrophs? So mushrooms are saprotrophs because they do not have chlorophyll. It is a fungi, not plant. Okay, good. Very good observation, Abhik. Yes. Okay. Why? Because they don't have chlorophyll and they cannot prepare their own food. Depend on dead and decaying matter. They absorb nutrients from the soil. Yes, correct. Okay. Then this is the photosynthesis process. You can see here. Okay. Yes, no, correct answer, that they take nutrients from the dead matter. Fine. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process that takes place in leaf, because leaf has chlorophyll and it also has water. It also requires water. It requires sunlight and carbon dioxide. So these are the raw materials, and it will be converted into food. Along with food, oxygen is released as a byproduct. Okay, so this reaction is known as photosynthesis reaction. Am I clear? Any doubt? Okay, yes, Krisha, you have asked that, ma'am, what is the role of spikes in the cactus? Yes, as we discussed that cactus do not have leaf, right? Because their leaf is being modified into spike-like structure so that they can survive in hot, dry environment. you must have seen water droplets on leaf. Have you ever observed water droplets on leaf? Anna? Because that leaf will carry out transpiration process. Okay. So since cactus is a dry plant, right? It mainly grow in desert area where already less amount of water is present. So we don't want that transpiration process should occur. So their leaf is being converted into spike-like structure so that they can survive in hot, dry environments. Then then transpiration process will not take place. The water will not evaporate from the plants because they are already growing in desert region. They are already less or scarcity of water is there. Very less amount of water is there. Am I clear, Krisha? Fine? Okay. Chalo. Any doubt? If no doubt, then we'll move to the quiz. Shall we move to the quiz part? Okay. Great. Fine. First question. What is known as food factory of the plants? Which part of the plant is known as food factory of the plants? Please write down your answer in the chat box. Yes, Sabhi, correct answer. Yes, Sara, correct answer. Divya, no, Arush, Bomik, all of you correct answer. Yes, that is leaf. We already discussed, right? Food. Leaf is known as food factory of the plant. It is also known as kitchen of the plant because it prepares food for the living organism. Right. What about question number 2? Root perform which task for the plant? Root perform which task for the plant? Read the question properly. Absorb the water from the soil. B. Firmly head the plant in fixed position. C. Absorb minerals from the soil. D. All of the above. E. None of these. Few of you have written the correct answer, but few of you have not written the correct answer. You still have chance to write the correct answer. Root perform which task for the plant? Try to recall. We have discussed about it. Try to recall the roles of the plant, roles of the root. What are the roles of the root? Bomik, no beta, it is not the correct answer. Sathvi, Sara, correct answer. Hanika, correct answer. Noho, correct answer. Bomik, correct answer. Okay, very good, all of you. So the correct answer is D. That is all of the above. Okay, means it absorbs the water from the soil that we discussed now. That is the main function. It also absorbs minerals from the soil. So that is also correct. And also we discuss about anchorage. It provides anchoring, right? So that anchoring is something related to firmly held the plant in fixed position. Am I clear? Any doubt? Okay, chalo. Last question. You can see what is this plant? Can anyone tell me what is this plant? Mushroom. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what is this plant? What is the name of this plant? Okay, cactus. Fine. Now, here is your question. X and Y. Okay, so mushroom and cactus. These are two plants. So, both do not have leaves. Both of these plants do not have leaves. But X can make its own food in its stem, whereas Y has to depend on other plants and animals for nutrition. Which of the following is a correct statement? You need to tell me which of the following is a correct statement. X is cacti, Y is mushroom, or X is mushroom or Y is cacti. Very easy question. Okay, tell me, cactus and mushroom, both of them do not have leaves. That is true, right? But X can make its food in its stem. So what is X? So what is X? X is cacti, right? We discussed that cactus can prepare their food in form of stems. They do not have leaf because their leaf has been modified into spike-like structure so that they can survive in hot, dry environment. Right? Not have leaf, so their stem can do the photosynthesis process. Okay. Now, why do not have chlorophyll? So they have to depend on other plants and animals for nutrition. So what is that? That is mushroom. So correct answer is 1. So X is cacti and Y is mushroom. And I could see that most of you have written the correct answer. That is 1. Okay, students. So that is something that is for today's session. So when we will start the, yes, Hanika, I can see correct answer, beta. Okay. So when our main classes will start from the 10th May. Okay. So where we are going to discuss every topic in more detail. There you are going to get chance to speak also, because there you can unmute and mute yourself and we can have interaction, good interaction. Okay. So any doubt from today's session? Any doubt? Everything is clear to all of you? So how was the today's session? Can you tell me? How was the today's session? Did you like it? Good, Bomik. Okay. Thank you, Arush. Thank you, No. Okay. So the classes are going to start from 10th May, as already told by sir. It's going to happen from Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Time is going to be 8 to 9:15. Hope to see you there. Okay, everyone. So bye-bye. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye, everyone.